one shot. You only get one shot. You only get one shot. One shot for everybody living in the moment. One shot is all you get, so you gotta own it. Got your best friend hanging out the arm though. Got game like I'm dropping me a console. No, I don't swim, but I give a nah flex. While you there looking depressed, feel the get up in your chest while I soak up my success, getting tokens for your dress. I'll be making all the checks anytime you see me step on a stage, acting real soft like my skin coming beige. Gonna step out and with him, girl, you fake. Try to get it out, but you handsome, you ain't dance on. Tell your boyfriend go and put your pants on. Down, the best friend. She went and did the same thing. I'm really mad, but she won't know. Everything has gotta be cool when we living so cold. Feel it in your bones. You ain't gonna feel it till I'm gone. Caught up in your feelings, now you froze. And everything around you getting cold. The chill is in my bones. Caught up in my feelings, now I'm froze. I don't really feel it till you gone. And everything around me getting I'm gonzo, headed where the homie live, cause it's on though. I was chasing 3 women like I'm Mojo Jojo, so my girl got mad and she my bro. Monica, you're wrong though, that's against a bro code. Headed to his home though, no we living solo. Vertebrae, got this broken to his place. It's shit in his space, from then I say it's evidence. You entertain my loyalty to infiltrate. The only woman that I claim to risk your life to get some strange. All my anger is a pain, you didn't know that I'm a saint. I will blow your up, then I again. Go. Feel it in your bones. You ain't gonna feel it till I'm gone. Caught up in your feelings, now you froze. And everything around you getting cold. The chill is in my bones. Caught up in my feelings, now I'm froze. I don't really feel it till you gone. And everything around me getting cold.
God for me, who could be against me? I guess all of that's against me. They the ones stirring up the conflict. They try to make it out like I'm conflicted. East Coast and 6'4's hitting switch. It's not a conflict of interest.
Cut it with the business. West Coast rocking them Timberlands, deep up in them trenches. It's no difference. Neither one play games when swinging for them fences. We want the finer things that's expensive. They hit them either close range or at a distance. If God...
First opened in 2002, there's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. Today our coverage kicks off with a good one here between the Buffalo Bills and the Detroit Lions. It's been a tradition since the early days of the NFL, and we're off on Thanksgiving Day in Detroit. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. They'll start on the ground with Swift. And right away, they're going to stack him up right at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Out of the gun. Gone. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Our game here in Detroit, a Thanksgiving tradition dating back to 1934. And it is the first of 3 games today, per usual. We'll see the Giants and Cowboys from Dallas after us. And then later tonight, the nightcap, another game with NFC North intrigue. The Pats and Vikings from Minneapolis. That's to Amon-Ra St. Brown. And he is going to have the Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation. I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result. Negative yardage. Call it no gain there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 13.
Well, Charles, this Thanksgiving tradition, so great. I mean, going back essentially through the full century of the NFL, I know you probably had a lot of fond memories of Thanksgiving Day football yourself.
I certainly do, and I don't have the turkey bowl tradition. You know, the families that go out and play and then come in and sit down to their feast and watch football. But I remember reading remember the Lions jumping on the Packers on Thanksgiving Day. The only loss the Packers had in 1962, and they sacked Bart Starr over 10 times in that game. And I remember Dave Williams from the Bears returning the overtime kickoff for a touchdown to win a game on Thanksgiving Day. I remember so many different things happening, but how much fun is it each and every year to know that you've got football on Thanksgiving Day?
This is taken at the 18. That'll go as a 39-yard punt, give him 9 on the return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 27. They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. He'll get down at the 28. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Again, it's Fournette. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop his shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Allen going to try and throw on 3rd down. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. He's got the first down and more. Still going inside the 20. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Tyler Bass on for the extra point attempt. And it's 7-0 Buffalo.
Makes the score Bills 7, Lions 0. Tyler Bass will be kicked off for Buffalo.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. No run back here for Raymond. This will be a touchback. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And they, almost to a man, told us how excited they are to be playing in this traditional Thanksgiving game. But we have to remember, this is a team that lost on Sunday. Now they get a very quick turnaround to play again. How difficult is that to do?
It's difficult under any normal circumstance when you're coming off of a loss and you have a quick turnaround. The first thing is to put the loss behind you and move forward. But when you're playing on Thanksgiving Day, everyone's watching you.
And that's caught inside the 35. And in for the Lions touchdown. Amon-Ra St. Brown with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Lions are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 7.
That ties the game at 7.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend. But you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
It certainly is, because you get right back out there. You don't have time to dwell on things. And look, your game plan is going to be a little more limited, but so is theirs. So that's when you just appeal to your top players. Guys, you make plays in this one, we out-execute them, we can walk away with a win.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Allen.
This one complete to Jerry Jeudy.
He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Allen. He's got the hook up with Diggs.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
Fournette, a first down carry.
Down at the 35, it'll be 2nd down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Allen's throw going to be caught by Davis. And he'll be brought down at the 27.
Up the gut, Fournette. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
That's caught left side by Jeudy.
They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play. And 3rd and 8 now.
They threw the screen to the perimeter, but to no benefit at all. Tackled behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of yardage.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. And he completes it to the tight end, Knox. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. These two teams all tied after 1.
That's the end of the first quarter, with the score tied 7-7.
With Cook. A good run of 6 yards there. Gets him closer to the goal line with second down coming up.
Sounds like the air attack has gotten them down here, but now is when you start to lean on that running game. That's a good pickup there on first and goal.
Again, it's Cook. And he takes it in across the chalk for a Bills touchdown.
James Cook, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Bills have taken the lead. An extra point by Bass, up and good.
And that makes the score 14-7.
14, Lions 7.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away.
Fair catch made at the 24-yard line. The Lions take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
And they are losers of 2 straight coming into this Thursday night game. Is it more difficult, CD, when you take a losing streak into a quick turnaround game like this?
It certainly is, because you don't get time to work on the issues that you've had throughout the season that have caused you to have the record that you're having. You can't really get those set. So now you're trying to minimize those and maximize what you've been doing well. And I remember a game recently where one of the assistant coaches said to the head coach, forget our running back rotation. This guy has a hot hand, and they rode him to a victory. Those are things you have to look out for in games like this.
You know, thinking of this Thanksgiving Day game, Charles, for years we've heard the talk, why don't we open up these Thanksgiving Day games instead of just being Detroit and Dallas every year, give other teams a shot to host? I know you're kind of like me, a bit of a traditionalist, but what do you have to say to that, CD?
I think it's a great argument, and the league could support it quite well, where you could move games to different spots and still be very successful on Thanksgiving Day, but you're exactly right. I am a traditionalist. I really don't want Detroit and Dallas to give up those slots. I like the fact that we watch them each and every year, but what I really like is that the league ended a 3rd game in 2006, and usually it's division rivals, but that's the 3rd one of the day, and it caps off a great day of football. But we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the #1 receiver double covered, but how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a first down.
And he's going to be taken down. Goff is sacked. Von Miller in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Well, partner guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
He's got this, complete to Williams.
And he's got a first down as a tackle made at the Bills' 36. Back to throw, Goff. He's airing it out for Williams. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit.
Jamison Williams.
36 yards. And the Lions are an extra point away from drawing level. The fly route works for the TD Graham.
And you know what the receivers love to say? If we get even with the defender, we're leaving. And that's exactly what he did, all the way into the end zone. And then he was on the business end catching it once he got over the stripe.
Extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
Fair catch made at the 24-yard line. The Bills take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
And they are back down to 500 following the loss last week. Consistency has been a real issue for them so far.
Brandon, you almost don't know what team is going to show up every week. I mean, there's no consistency with this ball club at all, and if we feel that way, I know it frustrates the coaching staff, and it also has to frustrate the key leaders in the locker room. They got to figure out how to get coordinated.
Allen
run now on first down. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
And meanwhile, Allen's throw here into the hands of the receiver, Judy. But he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10, right at the 40. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards, 2nd down.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Allen. The left side caught by Diggs. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 20-yard line. Inside handoff now to Fournette. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
At the 12-yard line.
On 2nd down, Cook. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down.
An awful lot of congestion in the middle third of the field, but how about our defensive tackle right there? He didn't just hold the line. He provided some push and smacked the ball carrier down for a loss.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
Allen taking it himself, and he will have the 1st down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that, but by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down. They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start. He will find Diggs in the end zone. Touchdown, Buffalo. Stephon Diggs with his 2nd touchdown here in this 1st half, as his guys have now moved out in front. CD, that's his 2nd touchdown already. And how about this offense? 3 drives, 3 touchdowns.
An absolute total team effort right now. And let's face it, I don't think he's done. We're still in the 1st half. There's a lot of time left to go. I don't know what they're going to do on the other side trying to slow him down. But right now, he's feeling it.
And a pretty slick return there. Almost got it to the 45. Officially, they'll call him down at the 44.
Any return that gets you to midfield is a great return. 1 1st down, and you're almost in field goal position.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And now the clock reads precisely 1 minute to go in the half. You want to run the 1 minute?
Think about kneeling and going into the half. This is a chance to attack a little bit, but not having to get everything in one shot either. 10 yards here, 15 there. Work the sidelines, work the clock. Give yourself a chance for at least a field goal going into the half.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. This is Swift on the counter. A.J. Klein on the tackle there. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. On 2nd and 9, Goff. Wright's got it. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the 1st half.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right.
14.
Throwing on third. Goff. The open man is Shark. It's complete. And the Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
First and goal at the 9-yard line.
So it's first and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. And the tight end goes in motion left. Play action. It's Goff. And he's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. DJ Chark, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Lions are an extra point away from moving out in front in the final minute of the half. Extra point right down the middle. And that will give them the lead here as we get on towards halftime. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Bills take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. With a slim deficit closing in on the end of the first half, we'll see if they can move this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 out of this drive. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield in man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
Isaiah McKenzie hauling it in. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. Here's Allen on first and 10. They're looking for Judy, but it's intercepted. And the Lions are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. Well, Charles, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, it hasn't been a banner first half for the defense trying to cover him today, but they'll take that one right there, helping force that incompletion.
So on second down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. That also a career-long kick for the veteran, Charles.
Yeah, how about what he just got done there? We always knew he had a big leg, but how about everything coming together perfectly on that one? Great leg swing, and bang that one through.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Bills take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. So we're at halftime here in the annual Thanksgiving game in Detroit as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? And the half will begin with a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
Well, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
It'll be a gain of 2 on the play, but they'll remain a few inches short here with third down looming. They'll try and run for it with Fournette.
And he's going to have a Bills first down as he'll get this up to about the 42.
We all love to have a home run hitter in the backfield. Guy can take it the distance. But a short yardage, trying to pick up first downs. That big guy, always a nice luxury to have, isn't he?
Allen's throw is complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. A handoff to Fournette. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. And the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
They'll run it again with Fournette. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11.
The tackle there by Malcolm Rodriguez.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Throwing now is Allen. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 2 yards on the pickup there. And now we've got a third down and 3.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Third down, here's a run by Cook.
And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Caught on the slant. Touchdown, Bills.
Gabriel Davis.
A 7-yard touchdown grab.
And the Bills have retaken a third-quarter lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And that gives them a 3-point lead.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Pulls it in at the 13. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent, still the same, and what they plan to do on offense.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there with the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance. Basically, you're not going to outwork 2 guys very often.
Double coverage. I thought he was going to go somewhere else with the football. I get it. That's a stud wide receiver. You want to try to get him the football.
Yeah, sometimes you rely on him a bit too much. You forget the other options that are out there.
A shotgun snap for gone.
And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on third down, forcing the errant pass.
4th down coming up. Here's Brett Kern now as he'll punt it away for the second time. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
Here's a give to Fournette. And they'll be stopped right at the 30. On a play that started back at the 15, they pick up 15. When he runs, he seems to do a nice job of knowing when to be patient and find the hole, and then when the hole is there, he goes quickly.
You're exactly right. He knows how to just take off, but you know what else? Brings a little thump with him, doesn't he?
He does.
He packs the boom at the end of the run and finishes it going forward. That's what you want to see out of your backs.
Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Allen. Finding Knox there, complete. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 15-yard line. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. First down, here's the run with Cook. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. If they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
They're looking for Judy, but it's intercepted.
Buda Baker with a pick. We're on to the 4th here on Thanksgiving Day. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. A golden opportunity for them now following the interception. They need to try to at least get 3. Obviously, a touchdown puts them in a much more secure position. On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They'll give them credit for trying, but there's no fooling the defense with that call. They were reading run, and they set up to stop the run, and then executed.
On 2nd and 9, Goff. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Goff now looks to throw. He's got a man, complete.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3. And it's 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Complete to right.
And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Now Goff taps this forward. That's a jet sweep. And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. First down Lions on a pickup of 13.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive could take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
Now a first down throw. Goff. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
So it looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But this defense gets 2 more stops. They can keep them out of that area.
And they'll send Williams in motion right. To throw on 2nd and 10. Goff. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. 3rd and long. It's gone. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied. We've seen some big kicks in the NFL the last few years, and that one might just rank right up there.
And you know, you can hear the crowd react, right? But I was focused in on the sideline and watched them absolutely erupt. I don't know how many of them thought that he was actually going to make that kick, but how about how they felt when the ball went over the post?
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Well, the bad news, they had the turnover last time. The good news, their defense only surrendered 3. So now we are set up for a great finish, all tied here in the 4th. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. To throw, it's Allen. Going right back to Knox, and again a completion. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. Option play, here's Cook. 5 yards on the carry, good pickup on first down.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there. It keeps them advancing the ball.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. Here's Cook again. And some space here. The 20. Flop and all the way home for a Bills touchdown. James Cook with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Bills have broken our tie and have taken a 4th quarter lead. And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through.
Tyler Bass to the kickoff for Buffalo.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
They'll start on the ground with Swift. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Not a position where they absolutely have to rush right now, but they definitely have to pick up the tempo a bit.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. The slot man in motion right.
Listen.
Now it's gone. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's right. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the fourth. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
Now Goff. And Shark calls it in. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. What a throw right there for the first down. He has taken some real punishment this game and still standing in the pocket completing that one.
He's a flat-out warrior. There's no question about that. How about him stepping up into the teeth of the rush and delivering there for that big strike and that big pickup?
He's going to rifle one deep left side. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion. So I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a non-stop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
We're good.
Goff now to throw. Looking for Wright, and he finds him. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 16.
First and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Goff.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
This pass rush, they've been excellent all game long, and another example of it right there in the closing moment.
Not only with the pass rush, but how well they're coached. Because if you don't quite get there, get to the quarterback, get your hands up into the passing lane and knock it away as we just saw there.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. Back to throw. And it's caught. It's a touchdown. So they rally here in the final minute, and they're an extra point away from tying this game.
And while it appears the heavy lifting was accomplished by scoring the touchdown, they're still down 1. That extra point is not a gimme.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the fourth. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this fourth quarter.
From the 6. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
Well, partner, here it is. They've got the chance to win the game. You'd have to think they need to get it near the opposite 40 to have a chance.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked by Tracy Walker. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football.
Well, we say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie ball game in the fourth quarter.
And Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes, and that was one of our mantras back at Tennessee. Coach Merge used to say all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. You've got to cut those down to give yourself an opportunity.
Goff a handoff here to Swift. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down. As
as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the fourth. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Hey, kill. Go.
They'll stay on the ground with Swift. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
We can't be totally sure that was by design, but we do know that a lot of kickers like the ball on the right hash in order to kick the field goal.
Whirl it.
And we are set for a great finish as that timeout comes in with 2 seconds to go in this football game. And now it all rests on the right foot of their kicker. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left.
Go tonight.
And they're out of timeouts, remember, so this is going to have to be a delay. No, they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. So on is their kicker, and it's down to this. 2 seconds on the clock, this for the win. And his kick is good. He knocks through his 3rd field goal of the game, and this one is the one that decides it. And the Lions are going to win this game. So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions.
You spent your whole life trying to blow up, but Elohim never had time for donuts. The beat go ham.